It's getting harder and harder to come up with new ideas for online retail businesses. So has entrepreneur Manu Bhardwaj come up with one. He's next to make a proposal to the Dragons.
Hi, my name's Manu Bhardwaj, and we're here today to ask for a £100,000 investment for a 35% equity stake in our company. A few years ago, when I proposed to my girlfriend, I found the experience of buying an engagement ring very frustrating. I had a very clear vision of what my perfect engagement ring looked like, but I was unable to find a ring I could buy off the shelf, which was similar enough. But more frustratingly, I was unable to find a jeweller that could make the exact ring I wanted within my budget. Out of this frustration, Hot Pink was born. Hot Pink is a new breed of jeweller. We use the latest in 3D technology to design and make our jewellery. Now, the Hot Pink process starts with an online design consultation. Just before your consultation, you'll get an email from your personal ring designer. Your ring designer will work with you to make your perfect ring into a 3D computer model. You can change the big things and finesse the little things. Your ring designer will be able to show you how your ring will look from every angle, and even be able to show you how it looks on a hand and next to a wedding band. Hot Pink will then build your ring just for you as a bespoke one-off piece of artwork. Hot Pink has been trading for 18 months. So far we've recorded a turnover of £120,000. However, £60,000 of that turnover has been accrued in the last 4 months. Our average ring sale is £3,000 and our gross margin is 40%. Thank you for listening, and I'll happily take any questions.
A crystal clear pitch by the London-based entrepreneur who's looking for £100,000 for a 35% stake in his bespoke jewellery design business. But Manu Bhardwaj's proposition has stirred up some strong emotions in Kelly Hoppen.
I think it's probably one of the saddest sights I've ever seen, because going out and choosing an engagement ring, it's got to be something that you want to do together, and trying on a ring and seeing what it's like on your finger, it's something that's going to sit on your hand forever. There's got to be a better way of doing it.
Okay, so there is another way we get around this issue where some people do want that tangible sort of feeling of having the ring. So we offer this thing called the proposal service, which is essentially for guys, because proposing for guys can be quite intimidating. So the service we offer is they'll come and see us and we'll help them design their perfect ring. Then instead of making it for real in, like, say, platinum or 18 karat white gold or whatever they choose, we actually make it in sterling silver and set it with Swarovski stones. So it looks exactly like the real thing. The guy will then propose to that ring and tell the partner just soon afterwards it's a proposal ring, and they've got the chance to change it.
It's getting sadder by the minute to me, honestly. If somebody proposed to me with a fake ring, I would hate that. I would like to think that if they're going to go out, first of all, they'd know kind of what I would want, or to propose without a ring, and then say, let's go and do it together.
Yeah, so out of all the engagement rings we've sold, 40% are guys coming on their own, and then 6% will come as a couple. And they actually enjoy the experience of designing a ring that is just for them and completely bespoke for them.
So is that second group, are they really sitting down in front of their laptop and saying, I love you, I'm going to fire my laptop up and I'm going to design you a ring, and it's going to be manufactured on some automated lathe in a factory somewhere?
So the quick answer is yes.
Right.
If you could just give me 2 seconds to show how it works, because it's actually very interactive and you get to choose every single component to the finest level of detail, and you can tweak any element of it.
Right.
A lot of people like the romance of that, because it means you can't make the same ring twice.
And what happens then? You post it back, it arrives, I get a card through the door because I've gone shopping, and we go and collect it romantically from the post office.
So about half our clients will come and visit us to pick it up. Right. The other half will either take a day off or get it delivered on a day that's convenient for them, and they tend to be very excited.
I just think one of the most romantic days in your life is when a man proposes to you.
Agreed.
And it's, you know, it shouldn't be something that's rushed sitting in front of a laptop. You might as well put on your screen that you can choose a wedding dress and have that sent through the post too. It's something that a girl needs to try on, the same with a ring.
Manu's online designer jewellery service is failing to set Kelly Hoppen's heart racing. Will Deborah Meaden be any more positive?
Funnily enough, whether I think I like it or not, whether I think it's sad or not, there are a lot of people out there who want bespoke, but actually haven't got the time to do it. And I get the market that can't just walk into the most expensive jeweller and say, money, no object, I'll have the thing that I want. So I get that this will happen online. So I actually, you don't have to sell me on any of that. My question is it you? What have you got that is different and outstanding and allows you to make a claim that everybody considers you to be the best?
Okay, so we've sold 5 times more than our nearest competitor, and we're number 1 in terms of selling through this sort of software channel.
How do you know that?
We're very close with the software company.
And you're saying there's only one software provider who actually does this?
So, like all software, there's alternatives out there, but
the answer is no.
Yeah, do you know, Manu, I started saying I like this, but when it would be really easy to have yes or no answers.
I think I'd just rather not lie.
It's much easier.
Yeah.
No, it's much easier to say yes, they are this, and this is why I'm better.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you convince me.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
I
really do.
And if you resist those questions, it just makes me feel like you're trying to hide stuff, and I don't want you to hide stuff.
I'm actually trying to do the opposite.
Well, do that. Yeah. Just say yes or no. So there are other software providers who can provide this type of software.
Yes, but they're not very good at all.
OK, but you keep making those claims, but if there are other people using other software, you don't know where you sit in that market. You don't know if you're the best. You don't know if you're selling more than anybody else.
Okay.
Do you?
No.
Manu's pitch hangs in the balance, but his tangled answers are irritating the dragons. And Duncan Bannatyne has something on his mind.
I was actually invested in the jewellery business about 10 years ago. And I think most engagement rings, if I remember right, are bought at 10 o'clock on a Friday night.
We do get peaks in traffic on our site late on Friday and Saturday nights when people are searching.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's because the guy's trying to get his leg over or what it is, but, you know, they're buying an engagement ring and, you know. But what I also found was I spent a bit of time in some of the shops in Hatton Garden, and at the back of the shops, there's almost always a workshop and a designer and somebody doing some work there. And they've all got websites like that, and they can adjust the rings, and they can do what you're doing. Maybe your software is a bit better at doing it, but they've been doing it for years, and they have the facility to do it. There's no extra cost to them to do it. It's not, and I would want to get involved in, so I'm going to tell you that I'm out.
I get it. I get what you're doing, and I'm not knocking what you're doing. I'm just saying it's not something that I sort of approve of. I think that it's a special time, and I think today everybody's trying to make everything shorter and quicker, and some of the greatest moments in our life are just getting swept into technology rather than being in the moment. So good luck with it.
Thank you.
But it's not something I would invest in, so I'm afraid I'm out.
I don't want to criticise it, it's
no,
neat.
I appreciate that.
It's just the level of interest I've got to invest in it isn't there.
Okay.
So I'm going to say I'm out.
I appreciate your time.
Only 2 dragons remain. Deborah Meaden has so far been receptive to Manu's business model, but will she invest in him?
I mean, I hear this romantic vision that's being talked about in the den, but the truth is that there's something very lovely about saying, yes, we designed it. That I very much like. But this is a very, very highly contested arena. And in that busy marketplace, I think you're going to find it very difficult to own a substantial amount before somebody else spots that you are beginning to make a dent into that marketplace and then thinks, do you know what, I will license that software and we will offer the very same service and probably in a better way simply because they've got the cash to do it. So I'm afraid I'm out.
Thank you. Do you mind if I...
No point answering me. He's your last chance.
Have you got any rings? Do you have any rings with you?
It's a sample ring.
Let's have a look at it.
Have a look at it if you want.
Yeah, quickly. Very quickly.
Please enjoy opening. Or should I?
Should I give it to Deborah? I just want to see what they look like. It's nicely done. This in here, yeah?
See, this is the most exciting moment, isn't it? It's undoing the ribbons. That's lovely.
It's nice.
With each ring as well, you get a little book showing you how it was made, so the journey it's on, and it's actually one in the box.
Go on then. Look at that.
Very sparkly.
So you didn't show any of this, did you?
You should have done this before.
Oh, right.
This is your product. All
Yeah.
you showed us, you got carried away with the technology.
Yeah, it's
If people
classic,
tend to do that.
classic entrepreneur mistake, unfortunately.
It is, yeah.
It's a pretty ring.
Very investable business.
Manny, you messed that up, didn't you? Yeah, you came in.
You're not out yet.
You're still in. You've got it all yourself now.
No,
Mess it up, you
no.
can take this.
Ooh, see?
If you messed up, you can take it. It's all yours.
Manu, I think you're a good guy. I think you do have a business. It's not for me, though. You know, I'm not going to invest 100,000 in it. I wish you all the best with it. I think you've got something, but it's not for me. Well done, though, but I'm out.
Despite his best efforts to persuade the dragons of the merit of his business, a stoical Manu leaves the den without the £100,000 he was looking for.